morning and welcome back. So I started a little bit early. I have like a super busy day today, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the full hour video live, um, if you're watching live or if you're watching the after the thought. Anyway, so I have this envelope full of scraps and I really need to try to get through it and do something with it. I have a lot of these papers from when I make smaller journals or, whatevs. I have a lot of stuff like this. So we're going to make little notepads with this. And I think, we're just going to make little notepads. Some of them, like this, are like really good size. Just fold them in half. And let me grab some scissors. And you can make a notepad like this, or you can cut it. And I just scratched the top of my hand. That hurt. And then I am going to, let's see. I'm going to fold this up this way. And we're going to corner punch those guys like that. And then this one we can fold up like this. And we can round punch those guys. And I don't know why, but I prefer the 1/2 inch punch on the corner rounder thing. I don't know. It just seems to be a preference. So we're going to do one down and one up. So if we fold this in half, is it going to be too big? Don't know. No, it's actually pretty perfect. There we go. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. And you can put them all side by side like this, or you can put them inside of each other. It doesn't really matter on that aspect, because all of these will be decorated afterwards. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to staple these. I'm going to do it right here at the top. There we go. And now we have a notepad right there. And that's actually going to sit like that. And this one, let's do this gray color. There's some green in this one too. It's the wrong color green. We'll just stick with the gray. So everything I'm using right now is just scraps. And even when you decorate this, you can still decorate using scraps as well. So that way you can really dive into, using up those scraps, not letting them go to waste. Okay. And if you want, you could just do one right in the middle. And there you go. So we've got 2 little notepads there. And that took, 4 minutes, 3 minutes really. So you can make pockets. You can make all kinds of things. Let's see. If you make a pocket, though, you want to make sure that it's going to be wide enough for a traditional page, which is 5.5 inches. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. There. Let's do it this way. All right, so we're going to cut a couple pages or a couple pockets. And here's one. And there's another one. Let's figure out what to do with this a little bit later. Let's make some more pockets. Ooh, that's pretty. I don't know how big you are. That'd be a nice tag, though. It'd be a really nice tag. How big are you? Oh, yay. Only 5 inches. Yeah, that would be a nice tag. Let's make that into a tag. Let's see. That'd be a good pocket. Especially since it's got the Stamperia logo on the back of it. So, hey, Scrappy Girl, how are you doing? Miss Dana. Miss Dana. This would be a nice little bookmark or belly band. So we'll do that. This is kind of big for a tag. So let's see. Let's take that, and then we'll make this into 4 inches. We can make either a card or a pocket out of that, and then same thing with that. So right now we're just kind of cutting pages. Oh, I am doing really well. Just very busy. I'm going to cut this kind of in half and make a couple tags with that. So this one's pretty. Let's see, how big are you? About 6 inches. So let's see. Just do 5.5 here. And then we can do 4 inches. Another 4 inches. And it should leave us with another 4 inches. So I just glanced up to make sure that I've got my my hole punchy thingy. Hey KK, how are you? Ladies aren't here yet? Oh, nice. What are you guys doing today? What are you guys making? All right, so this one is Mente Paperline. And this is from SEC. I'll have to look that up and tell you what collection that is. Wait, hold that. All right, we're going to cut this kind of in half. Actually, let's make a pocket out of one. It's going to be a smaller pocket, and then we can make a tag out of the other. I'm not going to remember all this, so I'm going to have to do it all again. Right now, I'm just cutting. Oh, these would be nice tags. Let's take you right in half-ish. I've been making a snippet roll. Ooh, nice. Not sure what you are. I'll figure out something to do with you. I don't know why I have all of these. Man, I keep all kinds of stuff, don't I? Woo. All right. Yeah, this is Stamperia. Don't know why I kept all those. These are the the label strips, whatever they're called. Label strips, maybe. All right. Let's see here. Grab some of these. These are from my suite from the Prima collection. How big are you? You're more than 5.5 inches. So let's do 4 inches there. Just cut her head off. Oops. Sorry, most of these are going to get decorated anyway. Virginia's doing an accordion. Oh, nice. Joyce has been die cutting envelopes and leaves. Be distressing leaves and folding and gluing envelopes. Oh, nice. An accordion journal, huh? That sounds like fun. All right, let's see. Ooh, we can make a really big tag with this. Let's do 4.5. And you're too big, so let's take off. That's 6 inches, right? And I need 8.5, so that'll be a fun tag. Okay, so all I'm doing right now is I have my trimmer out, so I'm going to go ahead and cut some of these up. That might be too big. Maybe not for a belly band, though. So belly bands are fun and super easy to make. So the belly bands, you want 8.5 inches tall. Sometimes you can do 8 inches. Depends on, I've got some on the shop right now that are fabric belly bands or fabric flips or pockets or pretty much whatever you want to make them into. I don't think I've ever owned a Prima pack. Oh my gosh, they are gorgeous. I actually have some in the shop if you want to go look at them. It's journeyofcrafting.com. It's in the description box. But they're so pretty. Like this little batch here that I keep playing with, this is Mente. This is Prima. Like all of this right here, this is all Prima. I don't know how big you are, but you look like you could be a belly band. You look like you could be a belly band too. I'm going to unfold this so I can get to the 8.5 inch mark. All right. How big are you? You're too big. I want the flowers though. Give me the flowers. Bloop, bloop. All right. Take that. Let's double check these big guys here. This one. I think that's all the belly bands that I had. You get a lot of paper though. Their Prima is actually really, I love using Prima paper for photo albums and mini album books, keepsake journals, stuff like that, because you get a lot of one design. So it's really easy to coordinate the different pages. So we're going to make little tags out of those. That'll be fun. And okay. So I've got my son checking in with me periodically throughout the day. I got a really bizarre phone call yesterday. Apparently there had been like something going around on social media involving initials that were kind of like the high school that he goes to, but not quite exactly. So administration just like called all the parents and whatnot, and basically scared the bejeebas out of everybody. But he wanted to go to school, and it wasn't for today. It was actually for tomorrow. So I'm going to make some pockets out of this one. So I went ahead and let him go. I mean, he's an honor student, so all of his classes are honor classes. Not saying that, there's any difference, but most of the kids in his class are more worried about their grades than anything. So let's hope that that is the case. And I haven't heard anything else from administration, so Obviously, if I really thought that he or his sister were in danger, they would not be at school today. So, but I just told him, to make sure to check in throughout the day because I didn't want to be that parent that's like, oh my gosh, worried, sick, constantly texting all throughout the day. And besides, he's got me on an emergency contact. So when I text him, it will go through, even if his phone is on silent. Am I in Michigan? No, ma'am. I am in South Carolina. This is actually the frozen roses here that we just got done using. I'm just kind of digging some stuff out. This is some, I don't remember where I got this paper. This is before I started selling my own paper, but this is from a while back. We might have to do, what did Erica call it? A master board or something, where you kind of like glue all the strips together. I think we're going to have to do something like that for all these little pieces here. I'm not sure. Because they're just kind of everywhere. I don't know why I have them that small. There is somebody that I watch on YouTube where she keeps everything. I mean, everything. And the tiniest little paper that she tears, she keeps it. I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, I don't know what I would do with myself with all those scraps. I don't know what to do with myself with these scraps. And these are decent sized chunks. You know? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these up. And then I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get through what I've pulled out. But we're going to see. Because we're not going to do any kind of decorating. We're doing like the just kind of preemptive. This is what, how big are you? Just like preemptive initial, okay, I need a tag base. So I'm going to do a couple belly bands here. This is really pretty. I'll make this one into a pocket, or not a pocket, but a tag. Let's see, we'll do 7 inches on that one. I'll do a little tag on that one. Let's make a belly band out of that one. It's a little narrow for a tag, but I mean, you could do it. All right, we'll do belly bands out of all these too. I don't know if I'm going to be able to cut that. Probably will, but. All right, that was a little rough on my trimmer. I don't think I wanted to. Well, that and the fact that my trimmer is like all off balance right now. All right, so now that we have a whole bunch of stuff cut out, this is actually from my daughter's school. It was very interesting, very cool with that. So they had like a little craft show, gift shop thing going on, and I don't know if I want to round the corners on that. Anyway, they sent the kids to school with, those are pockets, with some money so they could do, you know, the little gift fair. Anyway, she brought them all home yesterday and they had all these cute little bags. Okay, these are not all pockets. Right. You not a pocket? Yeah, that's 5.5. 2, 3, 4, 5, half. What did I cut you at? Other than way too big. All right, well, let's make you into a tag instead, because I'm not getting the trimmer back out. All right, pocket, tag. Half belly band. Belly band, tag, belly band, tag, belly band, belly band. Okay, we got a couple belly bands. Just a few. Ooh, tag. Nice big tag there. And I'm not sure what that's at, what that's going to be. So, all right. So it looks like we've got a couple tags and a couple pockets. Those, not sure what I'm going to do with those. So we're going to put those back over there. Oh, that's too short. Ooh, another big tag and pockets. All right. So we have got a handful of pockets. This one's a taller pocket. So all we're going to do with these are pretty simple enough, is you're going to take, so yesterday a fight broke out at my son's school. 6 kids arrested and 1 had a gun. No. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. Yeah, it is scary, man. My son told me he wanted to go back to public school, and I was very much against it. He actually told me last year that he wanted to go back to public school, and I was like, no, not going to happen. But that was his first year into public school, or high school rather. So I was just like, no. Oh shoot, I think there was 2 of those. There is. Okay. Anyway, so he was just, to me, was not mature enough, did not have the mental capacity to deal with high school. But he's a lot better now. Like his drive is a lot better. His mentality is a lot better. But it's still scary, man. I'm going to have these things all over the place. All right, so if there's a notch, oh, it's a pocket. I might need a new punch. This one's trying to get stuck. Now, if it gets dull, I know how to fix that. I don't know how to fix stuck. See, my son's really laid back too, but I don't think he would know how to take care of himself if need be. He's a very emotional kid. Like, I don't know how many people know this, but my son is autistic. He's high functioning autistic, so he can obviously take care of himself. I don't need to like do things for him, or, I don't need to, I don't really cater to him at all, actually. Like autism is part of who he is, but to everyone in our family, it's not a disability. It's just part of who you are. Because we don't teach our kids that any part of them is a disability. It's just who you are. It's what makes you different, but it's not a disability. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it is what it is. Let's put you over here. You're too small. Okay. Let's grab this one. Anyway, but because he is autistic, he does have a little bit more of a challenge when it comes to reading human behavior. I have a son who's a high functioning autistic. Oh, okay. Yep. Yeah, I don't do the whole, this is about you and now you're disabled or you have a disability or anything like that. We just don't do that. Like my oldest daughter, she has dyslexia. And I mean, I told her a long time ago, it might take you a little bit longer to do things. It might take you a little bit longer to, learn material because, you have dyslexia, but it's not a disability. You're not going to use it as a crutch. It is who you are and it is the way you are, but it's not something that should be used as an excuse, if you will, maybe, I guess. I don't think that's the right word. I think that's a very harsh word. I don't know. We just don't let them use it as an excuse. It's not a disability. At least not in my head. I mean, to each their own. I mean, if that's how you talk to your kids and whatnot, then that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. That's just how we parent, I've noticed that mamas seem to be the worst critics in the world. They're so cynical and critical of each other. If you don't do it the way they do it, then it's wrong. And I don't want to come off like that. I want to come off like, that's how we do it. But that doesn't mean that's the only way to do it, We treat him just the same as my other son. As far as day-to-day things, his main issue is self-esteem, and making friends is so hard. Yes. After what happened in Oxford and the threats for other schools, granddaughter won't go. The set up online classes for students. Oh, yeah. Yep. Ours hasn't gone virtual. All in all, the school that he goes to is not a very wealthy school, but all in all, it's a good little school. I mean, they've got a lot of extracurriculars. Like, they have concerts every week this week because they have so many different band and choir classes. And I mean, they've got a lot of things going for them. I need to empty my thing. Yeah, I think my thing just got too full because it started getting stuck. Note to self, you have to empty your punchers. They don't like it if you don't do it. Not that they have any feelings whatsoever, because they're inanimate and they don't. What happened in Oxford? I try to watch the news, but I actually used to not watch the news at all. But recently, since the kids started going back to school, I actually started watching the news because that's what we watch in the morning. Because my youngest daughter, actually really enjoys watching the news. All right. So we've got a ton of bases. All right, let's do some punchy punches. Let's see. I don't know if I want them all to be eyelet punched, but yeah, that's good. Bloop. Bloop. I know there for a while, Virginia was having some issues. Not necessarily that they were actually having threats at school, but like kids would post stuff on social media just to get the school shut down. It was kind of crazy. 15-year-old shot a bunch of kids. 4 dead, 8 hospitalized. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to look that up. I hadn't heard about that. Oh, that's crazy. I'm so sorry. So are you near there, or just because she had heard about it, she doesn't want to do that, which is completely understandable, by the way. See, I think this tag's going to be cool because it's so long and skinny. They have 13 they are charging with terrorist crime. Wow. Good for them. You know what I would like to see, though? And I don't know if I'm in the minority here or not, but there's got to be a reason these kids are doing what they're doing. You know, there's got to be a reason why. Like in psychology, you learn that the actions are important, yes, but more often than not, the why is more important, because if you learn the why, then you can actually start learning how to prevent issues from happening. And I'm wondering if anyone is taking the time to figure out why these things are happening. Like, is it psychological issues that aren't being addressed or noticed, or, you know, what have you? Or, like, what is it? She has friends in Oxford, but they're okay. Oh, goodness. Thank goodness. All right. So our tags are done. Oh, I forgot the giant tags. You know what? Let's back these giant tags real quick. So we're going to actually use our scraps here instead of making more scraps. We're going to use our scraps to back these guys. I'm going to get my glue mat out, though, as soon as I find it. Why does Oxford sound so familiar? Is that like... Oh, that is so pretty. What so is that? I don't know which one I like better. Well, this one's more my style as far as like the shabby goes. So I think we're going to go that route. Okay. And these coffee dyed papers are most likely from Vintage Polka Dot Shop. And I say most likely because that's where I bought them. That's where I buy most of my coffee dyed paper. Okay. So we'll go ahead and back this one. What's my time at? Okay. Just trying to keep an eye on the time because I've got so much work to do. It's crazy. All right. So there's that. Now we can poke the hole. I think it's a mix of how the kids are raised. Some parents don't pick up on mental problems. Some are being bullied daily and they snap their own guns. Oh, we own guns, but they are in a safe. Oh, 90% of my family owns guns. Like, you wouldn't think it by talking to me, because I personally don't. do not own guns, but we're on a military base, so we're not allowed unless you are certified to own them through the military. But he has a license to use the weapons, just not to carry, because he doesn't need to. I mean, he's a nuclear chemist. What's he need a gun for? But anyway, that's pretty. I think we'll use that one because this one's like all sideways and such. Go this route. And I can use this one for that, I think. But yeah, a good portion of my family owns guns. My brother has guns. My mom has guns. I'm pretty sure even my dad has guns. And I say that like that because he is, what is the word? Is it liberal or conservative? I don't know. I don't know all these governmental politics. Like politics, sure, I know like how politics for the true definition is, but governmental politics is like a whole nother beast. I don't know anything about all that jazz. It's the Democratic view, I think. Not sure. Ow. Isn't it the Democratic view that's typically against private citizens owning guns? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know anything about political or governmental politics. The mail's here. All right. So basically, through this, you're just going to keep going and doing all of this different stuff. You can use your scraps and create more tags, or, notebooks like we made earlier, our little notebooks here. And then you can go and use all kinds of scraps and such. We are conservative, so I guess that means liberal is I don't know. I don't know any of that stuff. Let's see. There's some scraps here. Let's see. This is a little girly for that. Oh, that's nice though. Oh, or we could just do this. There we go. Yep. And then turn around and do the other side. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure as far as the conservative and liberal, left and right. I think I have figured out that left is Democratic and right is Republican. I think. Now, obviously, there's extreme left and extreme right. And I mean, that's a whole nother beast. That's something very, very, very different altogether. Let's see. What do I want to use here? I use Fabri-Tac. Do I? Let's use the PVA glue. So I'm not really sure, honestly, about that. I know that as far as like governmental politics as I go, I have agreed and disagreed with both parties. So people ask me all the time, like, oh, what is your political view? I don't have one. There are some things that I agree with and some things I don't. And that's about it. I don't really have a need to like argue my points because I don't really know enough about it to argue it. And those that know me know I don't argue unless I know what I'm talking about. All right, so I just covered up the staples on the back side and the front side with just that little piece of fabric. And then we can go back and add stuff to that. And then this one's going to go on the top like that. Okay. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Dems, liberals don't like guns. Typically, conservatives want to keep our right to bear arms and freedom of speech. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that the Republicans typically like their guns, which, you know, it's fine, whatevs. And Democrats don't typically. Obviously, there's an exception to every rule. All right. I just want our school safe again. Well, that, honestly, I don't think that has anything to do with guns. I really don't. That might be the Democratic side of me coming out. I don't know. But I don't think it has anything to do with guns. I really don't. I think it has more to do with psychology. And I think the longer people deny that, the longer our schools are not going to be safe. I mean, yes, the guns are the tool, but who's holding the tools? You know? You know what I mean? Jelly bean? I'm going to cut this. It's not straight. It's like saying a computer that won't work right is the problem. It's not the computer. It's the person handling the computer. It has to do with a lot of things. I agree. There's a lot of factors. It's not just one. I definitely think that there's a hierarchy to issues, no matter what they are, whether it's, you know, safety in schools or whatever it is. I think there's definitely a hierarchy to them. Let's see, what can I do with you? There's some lace right here. This was for a different project, but that's okay. I'm gonna take this and I'll chomp it up because I want this lace. But yeah, I agree. I think that there's definitely a lot to the issue. It's not just one thing or the other. I think there's a lot to it. All right, we're gonna glue this down. I'm gonna use a lot of PVA glue. I like the PVA glue. It's nice. Works well, works fast. And no, this is not art glitter glue. This is actually Carpenter's PVA glue. It's specifically meant for frames, like photo frames. It's meant for wood. Let's see. Let's grab you back. What is that saying? You can't see the forest for the trees. I think that if we can look bigger into, or look more into the big picture, we might be able to start solving some of these problems instead of looking at the quick fix. I kind of like that hanging off the edge there. Yeah, instead of looking at the quick fix, look at, you know, the bigger picture. I have art glitter glue. I have it right here. I use it as well. I was just trying to find an alternative because it's expensive. And I don't like paying that much. So, let's trying to find something that was a little bit better. All right, so I'm just over here looking at different things that I can play with here. All right, I need something. I don't know what. I feel like I need something down here. Let's see. What about dangly bits? I like the dangly bits. If we put the dangly bits down there. And then put that right there. Kind of like that. Bloop. Kind of like that too, but let's see. Oh, what about this? This is better. Kind of want to keep the flower over here. All right, I like that. Need some color. I feel like I need some color. All right, hold that. Hold that. And I'm trying really hard to use this thing, and I just don't know if it's going to work. I just want to shove meds down. Oh, my kids don't take meds. I don't even take meds. And I say it like that because I actually have what's called cyclothymic disorder, which is it's a type of bipolar, but you actually aren't supposed to take meds on that particular disorder. But I also have extreme anxiety, and they tried to give me medication for that, but it tried to kill me. So that was a no-go. I have low blood pressure, which is kind of funny for me because I'm fluffy. And normally in fluffy people, you have high blood pressure, not low. So I guess they just didn't think anything of it. But I'm just cutting the outside crochet bit off of this little guy. And these will be on the shop soon. I don't have them up at the moment. Oh, that's cool. Okay. What about you? Like that? Oh, that's good. I'm not sure. I don't know. But yeah, I agree. They're definitely trying to push meds. They tried to give my son, what was it, Adderall. They tried to give my daughter Concerta, my oldest daughter. And nobody in my family takes medication for any kind of anxiety or anything like that. All right, we're just gonna cut this right there. This may or may not hold quick enough. I'm not sure because this likes to move. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop. Oh no, stay put. All right. But yeah, I remember when my brother was little, they were saying even back then that kids were being overprescribed. It's like people would take their kids in because they're hyper and they're like, "Oh, well, you have ADHD. Here's some Ritalin." And it wouldn't really help them because they didn't have ADHD. They were just hyper kids. But my son took them for a while, but he doesn't now. Wants to figure things out, he said. Yeah, that's what my brother did. He actually stopped taking medication when he was younger. He was a teenager, I think, in high school when he stopped taking, or maybe it was middle school. I don't remember exactly. I was a kid myself. We're only 16 months apart. All right. Well, you guys might get an hour after all. I didn't anticipate decorating this, but that's all right. All right, and then let's do this side. Bloop, 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 bloop. Blink. Alrighty, there we go. And what's really great about this is it's still really flat. Like, I mean, yeah, I put some textile on there, but it's still pretty flat. All right, so I might have to go back through with Fabri-Tac just on this because it's just not grabbing quick enough. And the glue is drying before it's grabbing, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Now he does have issues at times, but he doesn't seem to have super lows like when he was on medication, when he was medicated. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, the Adderall just seemed to make Porter anxious, like very, very anxious. Like he has anxiety anyway, but the Adderall just seemed to exacerbate that. So we decided that was going to not be a thing for him. All right, so now, hold up. We've got a tag. And like I said, most of these need to be decorated still. But we've got a tag that you can write on the back of. We've got a notepad. We've got a notepad. We've got another tag that you can write on the back of. It needs to be decorated too. But then you've got countless tags over here. Nice big ones that you can mess with. You've got a ton to play with now over here. Just random tag bases, small, medium, and large. And we've got quite a few belly bands. The belly bands are fairly simple to decorate too. You just do them just like you do the tags, only they're taller. That's it. And we also have lots of pockets ready to go. They're all punched out. The only thing that we didn't do is we didn't ink all the edges because I don't know if you guys know this, but I do not necessarily ink the edges on every single project I do. I do both inked and not inked. But we did punch the holes in all of them. So, gauge 2. Oh, with the anxiety. Yeah. So, but yeah, we actually went through a ton of scraps and now I've got a lot of bases to play with. And we're going to have to make a session one day of just decorating some of these guys. But that's all I got for you guys today. Like I said, I've got lots of work to do. And hopefully I can get back with you guys again tomorrow. But I might not. Hopefully I can. But the closer it gets to the holidays, the busier we get. We have a family of 5, so it's a very, very big family. And it's just going to get busier and busier until the holidays are done. And then once the holidays are done, my daughter's birthday comes up. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me. I had a blast talking to you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. So thank you guys so much, and talk to you later.